To be completely honest, I don't know if I would get this done a second time or probably even a third time, just because I discovered that I might not be the lip filler type after all. Yeah, so I may have lied. Okay, well, I didn't lie, but I changed my mind. Let's talk about it. Hello, welcome to my video. If you're from my Instagram, I love you. If you're not from my Instagram, love you all the same. So, I got the Hyaluronic Pen lip filler done for a second time. Now, if you want to know what that exactly is, it's not the same as traditional injectable lip filler. If you want to know what it is, I recommend that number one, you should do your own research in your own time and talk to professionals. But number two, if you want to see my take on it, then I think you should watch this video first, because that's where I actually explain what it is and all the pain levels and all that stuff like that. Today, I'm not really going to be explaining much except for a little bit at the end. Mostly, I'm just going to be documenting my healing journey, which was pretty crazy. So I mean, that's it, but it is what it is. I just also want to give a quick disclaimer that just because I had this done to me, that's not saying that I am advertising this or that I believe that you should also get it done. None of that. I never want to push my beliefs on other people. I'm just saying this is what I got done and I documented it, so that's this video. Essentially, I'm not a doctor, not an esthetician. You should never listen to me. You should listen to the professionals and do your own research. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Listen, I know it's a lot, but this is what it looks like immediately after the procedure is done. Okay, this is it immediately after. I realize that I look like I'm trying very hard to be Amanda Lepore, but I promise you I'm not. And this is just swollen. It's gonna go down significantly tomorrow already. Right now, it's crazy though. Like, I would not go out of the house looking like this girl. But anyways, as you can also hear, I'm not really speaking that well. And I'm also gonna try not to speak too much. I don't know if you can tell, but I already have some bruising over here. But it's all good. Anyway, this is what immediately after the procedure looks like. Okay, hello on day 2. So I can speak almost normally today. Like, if you didn't see me, if you just heard me, you'd be like, okay, that's normal, everything's fine. However, as you can see, my mouth still sort of looks like a baboon's butt. But you know what? I might be kind of delusional, but I think it's only the top lip. I think the top lip is the only problem, because like, look at the bottom lip, isolated, look. Look, it doesn't look that crazy, right? It's almost fine. Upper lip, however, different story. But I mean, last time I think it took me about 3 days to fully get over everything and not be swollen anymore. So I'm hoping it's gonna take 3-4 days at this time as well. It's gonna be a little funny because I actually have somewhere to be tomorrow, and normally I usually don't have to go anywhere because I work from home. So the fact that I have to go somewhere tomorrow is going to be a little funny. I'm going to probably end up wearing a mask over my face because this is a little much. I look like, you know who I'm giving? I'm giving the Vivienne, but like if you ordered her on Aliexpress, I don't want to be mean. The Vivienne, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Like, you look gorgeous and I look like I'm trying to be you and it's desperately not working once again. But hopefully these cosmeceuticals are going to settle soon because I want to live my best life. But I'll talk to you tomorrow, I guess. Also, I wanted to mention that I am allowed to put on makeup as of today. Like 24 hours after you get the procedure done, you're allowed to wear makeup. I just figured that for documentation purposes, it would be better if I didn't wear any so that you could clearly see what all of this looks like. But I mean, if you would have to go out after 24 hours, like if you had no choice, and if you put a little bit of concealer around your mouth and maybe, you know, finesse it around, it wouldn't be this jarring. So I think that that's something that you could do. You have the option to do. I just didn't do it today, so that's just a side note. But yeah, talk to you tomorrow. Hello. Okay, so this is day 3 and I am checking in. So as you can hear, I'm speaking normally now. And the swelling has also, in my opinion, gone down considerably. I mean, don't get it twisted. I know that I still look crazy. I still kind of look like the Vivienne's little wannabe baby daughter. But it's gone down and I'm thankful for that. Also, I think now would be a pretty good time to see a little side-by-side of immediately after the procedure and now on day 3. I think that would give us a new fresh perspective and a new fresh pair of eyes. And for tomorrow, I was thinking I was gonna put a little bit of makeup on just so we can also see the difference with makeup, but my lips still won't be completely settled tomorrow. They are supposed to show the true results about 7 to 10 days after the procedure, so that's when we'll really know. But still, we can play around with a little makeup tomorrow, and yeah, until then, that's it. Okay, so I'm checking in on day 4. This is what it looks like right now with no makeup. I feel like now it is much better, almost normal, although even though I am speaking properly and normally now, it's not completely back to normal because I feel like they're still kind of swollen, like I can't purse my lips normally and such, but otherwise, I'm satisfied. So this is what it is without makeup. Now we're gonna put a little bit of makeup on just to see what it could be, just to see its potential. So give me a minute to put on some makeup and maybe some cute earrings, and I'll be right back. Okay, and this is how it looks with makeup. I mean, as you can see, my bad. I overdrew these lips a little bit because that's just in my nature. I generally just overdraw my lips anyway, which at this point in my healing journey, this was clearly not necessary. But anyway, that's my bad. But other than that, I think the potential is there, no? I mean, obviously, they're still a little big and they're still a little swollen and bruised, but the potential seems cute. What do you think? Let me know. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you tomorrow with another update. Hello, so it's actually not the next day. This is actually day 10 since I got the procedure done. And I didn't really check in the next day because honestly, I didn't notice any major differences to my lips in the mirror. So I figured they would barely, if at all, be noticeable on camera as well. So I thought that was kind of pointless because at that point, the changes started coming up gradually. So now today is the first day that I woke up and felt like this is probably the final form. So that's why I'm checking in a little ways down the road. Now, I do feel like the swelling is completely finished, like this is what they're gonna look like, but I do still have some bruising on my upper lip and I do have a little scar right over here. Now, the bruising is gonna stick with me for the next few days, and this scar is probably gonna take even a little bit longer to heal, just because I know for myself, I take really long to heal from anything, and also I bruise like a peach. So going into this, I already knew that about myself, so I knew that for me this was gonna be a little bit of a longer healing process and healing journey, but that doesn't necessarily mean that if you get the same procedure done that the same journey awaits you. Maybe if you get this done, you'll be fine literally the second day. Maybe you'll have the same experience as me, who knows, but that's just a disclaimer. But yeah, for right now, I'm pretty satisfied with my lips. I will check in one last time once the bruises on my upper lip completely fade away to really see where we're at that point, but for right now, this is it. Okay, so full disclosure, I'm not even sure I know what day it is, but my lips have been bruise-free for a few days, and this is what they look like now. Now, I have no product on them or anything. I just have a little tiny bit of just clear lip balm. It's not even a lip gloss. So this is it. This is what they look like, and I'm pretty satisfied with the result. They do, in my opinion, look fuller than they did to begin with. I do have to point out, though, that I still have that tiny little scar right around here somewhere, but I am satisfied with the result, like I said. And if I have to keep a little scar for a beat longer on my lips for this result, then you know what? I'm fine with that. Now, let me go put on a lip so you can see what my lips look like when they're all done up. Okay, so these are my lips with makeup. As you can see now, I did overline a little bit because I normally do that anyway, but this is what it looks like. Honestly, like I said, I'm pretty happy, but with that being said, and with the documentation process being officially over, let's move on to final thoughts. Okay, so do I regret this procedure and would I have it done again? No, I definitely do not regret it. I think that it was worth it for me. Personally, don't regret doing it the first time around. I don't regret doing it again. But if I did want to do lip filler again for a third round, I think I might actually do a little bit more research on traditional injectable lip filler first and then see what my next steps would be, because if I were to bruise less or scar a little bit less with traditional lip filler, I think I might actually go that route versus this, because I mean honestly, 10 days of intense bruising and swelling is quite a lot, and that's not to say that that wouldn't happen with traditional lip filler, but that's why I'm saying I would have to research if that would happen the traditional route as well. But I'm leaving my cards open because I just really want to see how I feel in the future. I do have to say though that the results of this particular method of injecting lip filler in your face basically surprised me because they're not what I expected. So I personally expected that I would see my lips and they would automatically look a lot bigger, which they really didn't by much. They sort of looked the same as when I would overline a little bit, so they really didn't look that much bigger. But the main difference that I really started noticing afterwards, after the first round of lip filler started dissolving, is that they do look considerably fuller and in a quite natural way, I would say. And that's most noticeable if you see me speak in person, or if you see video clips of me, then you can really tell what my lips look like now and what they have in the past. So right now, I might actually insert a little video clip of what my lips look like before any lip filler and what they look like now so that you could compare the two. So the difference is way more visible that way, but in pictures, I personally don't really notice a difference, which is why the first time around, I was like, I probably wouldn't do this again. I only really started noticing the difference when the lip filler kind of started dissolving a little bit. That's when I was like, okay, whoa, no, there actually was quite a bit of difference, but it's not noticeable in pictures as it is when you actually see my lips moving. So with that being said, if you made it this far, then thank you so much. And if you liked this video, then please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!